Kenny here from AppNet. This could be a brief little video today showing you how to edit products and categories in your WooCommerce store using WordPress. We're only going to cover products and categories today, shipping and taxable items and all that good stuff we will cover in other videos. But today we're just going to mainly focus on the two main things of your store you need to worry about, which is the products and categories. So first off, here we are in the admin section of our website. In the left hand side you will see this side menu. To get into your products and categories, you're going to want to hover over the products menu item, and you'll see a box pop out with products, add product, categories, tags, shipping classes, attributes, all that good stuff. So let's start with categories. We'll go over here, select categories, and here we go. It'll give us a list of all of our categories. You can see this is a pretty large store, 1,384 categories. So like I said, it's pretty big. There's some pages over here you can page through. There's 14 pages. So up here in the upper right, you'll see the total number of items, and you will also see the pages. So you can click to go to 2, 3, 4, and on. But here you go. First thing I want to point out. You see these menu items, or excuse me, category items that have dashes in front of the name. The dash is not actually a part of the name. The dash just denotes that that category is a child or subcategory of another one. So for instance, car is a subcategory of collegiate. Clothing, figurines, and flags and games are all the same. They are subcategories of collegiate. These down here that have two dashes, those are subcategories of the one above it, so games. So ALA, Alabama, App State, Arizona State. Those are subcategories of games, which is a subcategory of collegiate. So you have different levels of categories. You can organize things, even some really good detail. You can go as many child categories as you want, just to keep things organized a little better. So that's pretty cool. Let's click on a category though first, and let's see an existing category, and let's take a look at all the options that you can change. So we're going to click on collegiate. Collegiate, there's the name field, obviously. The slug is just a field that WordPress uses for mainly back-end database purposes and whatnot. It has to be all lowercase letters, no spaces, no underscores, only lowercase letters, numbers, and hyphens. So if you have two words, they need to be, instead of a space separating them, they need to be separated by a hyphen. Continuing on, the next field that you fill out is the parent category. Now this goes back to handling the child or subcategories, whichever you want to call it. You can control that right here. So this collegiate category, it was not a subcategory of anything, so that's why it says none. However, if you want to change that and you want to make it a subcategory, you just click this drop down box and you select which category you want it to go under. I'm not going to do that now just because this is an existing category. But you can see it's real easy. You just choose whatever you want and drop it down. And I do believe that all of the subcategories that were under collegiate will also be moved underneath the new parent. So just keep that in mind before you do a big mass movement of categories. Just be careful when you're moving things around. So continuing on, we have the description here. Generally, you don't really need to fill out any of the description. You can though if you want to. You could write a couple sentences here describing what kind of category it is and what it contains. Top content, you don't need to worry about that. Display type, just leave that as default. And thumbnail, you can upload a thumbnail. It is not needed. Some WordPress themes don't use it. Some do. So if you want to add a thumbnail for that, you can do that as well. Just come down here, click upload or add image. You can choose one from your computer, or you can choose one from your media library and choose an existing image, and then you select whichever you want, click use image, and it'll take you there. Now once you have updated all of these fields to your liking, you just come down here, click update. It'll update that category for you, and it'll take you back to the categories page. So it's really simple how to edit categories. The most confusing part, I don't want to say confusing, but the more tedious part, I guess, is choosing all of your subcategories. Make sure you have those organized in a cohesive way that is easy to navigate on the front end for your customers. So that's how you edit an existing category. If you want to add a new product category, it's on this same page right here. You'll see in the left hand side you can choose a name, you can choose that slug, the parent, description, thumbnail and display type. It's everything that I just showed you on that one page. It's just right here on the front end instead of going into a new menu. So that's how you edit categories. It's really easy, really simple to learn. It's a great way to keep things organized. Really good. So there's the categories. Let's move on to products. Let's edit some products over here. So in the left-hand side of the main menu that we started off with, you'll see you got products and add product. Now let's go take a look at some existing products. So we're going to click on products, and it will take us to this page where everything is listed out. So right off the bat, you'll see we have a bunch of items in here. We had a bunch of categories. We have even more items in this store, 4,800, over 4,800. There are two ways that you can, do a search for a product on this page. If you come up here to the top, you can click sort products, and it will sort it alphabetically by name. So there you go. You see we start out and it's alphabetically there. You can also come up here to the top right, do a search for a product. Say we want to search for Clemson. So we'll type in Clemson and we can search for the product. And here you go. Here are all the products that have Clemson in the category and the name or the tags. And they'll pop up for you. There's a lot of Clemson, 131 items. So that's a good way to search for some items if you if you have a bunch of them. There's also this menu right here. You can search by category. You can search by dates, by product types. There's several different ways that you can search for your product in this page if you have a lot. If you only have a few items, you don't really need to take advantage of that. But for instance, this store has a bunch of items, so it's a good thing to be able to search and organize things quickly like that. Now let's take a look at these individual product listings. Well, first let's go through the columns and take a look at all the items. So we have name, we have thumbnail, we have name, the SKU, is it in stock, is it not in stock, the price, categories, tags, starred, is that a featured product? Then we have shopping cart, icon. I forget what that one's for, but it doesn't really. You don't really need to mess with that. Then you have date that it was published, and custom sidebars. You don't need to worry about custom sidebars. So to edit an existing product, we're going to come in here and we're going to click on the name. So we will go into this product and you'll see a page with a bunch of different options. We're going to start from the top. And then we're going to go down. So at the very beginning, obviously, we have the product name right here. So 2014 Clemson Vintage Calendar. We have the description. So put in whatever you would like to go into the description field. So we'll keep going down. Over here on the right, here is the product categories section right here. So we have all of our categories listed out here. To select what category you want, just check the box between whatever you would like it. So if we wanted to go in 2011 AL Champs, it would go in there. I'm going to uncheck this because I don't want to mess up this existing product. But you can do that. If you want to add a new product directly from this screen, come down here and just simply add new product category. Give it a name. Give it a parent category if you want, or just leave that none, and you click add new product category and you can add it directly from this field. So you can actually bypass the category section if you want to add a new one from here. So that's pretty cool. A little bit quicker to do it that way. Continuing down, we're going to take a look at the product data section, and you'll see we have a few tabs here to worry about. For this instance, we're going to deal with a simple product. I'm not going to delve into grouped, external, or variable products for the time being. We'll do some follow-up videos with that later. But for now, like I said, we'll just do simple product. Here on the general tab, we have three things to show right here. We have the SKU, so you can edit the SKU, the regular price, or the sale price. The sale price, if you want to put an item on sale for a few days or for a few weeks or something like that, you can put that price in here, and on the front end of the website it'll do a cool little graphic where it'll cross out the regular price, and then it'll put in what the sale price is, and it'll show that it's on sale basically. So say you have a a 3-day weekend sale or something like that, you can put that sale price in here, and then you can actually schedule it. If you click on this schedule button right here, you can tell it what dates to have that product on sale, and it'll start whenever you tell it to, and it'll end whenever you tell it to. So you can automate that. You don't have to go in and manually start it and stop it. You can just put it in once, and it'll start it and stop it on its own. So that's pretty cool if you want to do something like that. Continuing, let's take a look at the inventory tab. Here is where you can manage your stock if you want to do it. You can allow the item to be the stock management the stock to be managed at a product level, or you can uncheck that and just do it manually. Such as right here, we'll have stock status, so it's in stock or it's out of stock. You can control it right there. You can also allow back orders. So if you are out of a product but you still want people to be able to order it, you can allow it, or you can allow it and the customer will be notified, or obviously you cannot allow it. So depending on how you want to handle back orders, you can choose that on a per item basis if you so choose. Which is kind of cool. So depending on how you want to handle that, you can control it from here. Continuing on, we're not going to take a look at shipping right now because, like I said, we'll handle that in another video. But whenever you do enter in all your shipping classes, they will be right here. You can ship by weight and all that good stuff. So you can come into the product and put in the weight. You can put in the dimensions, and you can choose the shipping class. The shipping class is -1 right now. We actually don't have any shipping classes, so it's just showing a weird value right now. But like I said, that'll be covered in a different video. Linked products, you can it's like a related products function you can control. So if you want to show related products to something on the bottom of a listing, you can do this here. It really, with a store like this, not sure if you want to go through individually and do that or possibly link categories, but you have the option if you like to. So say we want to link it to Clemson. We can do a search for Clemson, and let me do that one more time for you. So say we want to do, we go, Clemson. There you go. We have a bunch of these products that show up, and you can choose one to link it to and whatnot if you so choose. I'm not going to do that right now, but you do have the option, as I said. We have some other menu settings that you could do. You really don't need to mess with these. The one thing I will say is under advanced, you can enable reviews, so you can allow your customers to leave reviews on it if you so choose. That's kind of a cool little feature you can do. Most people don't, but you can if you want to do that. Let's keep going down. We'll go over here to the right side. You got some product tags over here. You can add these if you want. It's mainly used for the search function. Most cases, the title or the description will have the keyword in one of those two. But if you want to add some more tags to it, just so that when somebody searches for Clemson, for instance, that this comes up, you can put that in here. Like I said, most times the product or the description has it in there. For instance, the product name for this had Clemson in the name, and it had it in the description, so you don't need to worry about it. But if you wanted it to show up for something else, for instance, home decor or something like that, you can put home decor in there and separate your values with a comma. So home decor, say you wanted souvenirs is another one. You can do home decor, comma, souvenirs. Stuff like that. You can add more tags to it on an individual basis, so that's pretty cool. Let's keep going down. Right beneath the product tags, we have the product gallery. This product does not have a gallery, but on the front end, whenever somebody goes to an individual product listing, they can click on the thumbnail, and a gallery will open up, a little lightbox gallery. So they can have multiple views of a product if you so choose. Like I said, this one doesn't have it, but if we want to add any product or add any photos to it, we just click Add Product Gallery Photos. And once again, this box will come up. You can add it from your media library, or you can upload files from your computer. So you just click that, select Files, choose whatever images, or you can choose from existing files. Just select which item, and then click Add to Gallery, and it will add it to the gallery. Like I said, this one doesn't have it, but if you want to, you can do that. Right beneath that is the product image. So this one doesn't have a gallery, but you need to make sure that all of your products do have at least one image for thumbnail purposes. For instance, when somebody's on the front end of the site and they do a search and a bunch of images come up, they need to have a thumbnail, so they'll have some type of image, and this is the image that will show up. It's the main image on the product page, on the search page, on the category listings pages. So that's where you put it there. It's the same thing as the gallery. You're just going to want to, if you remove it, it'll just say a button, add product image, select media library, or you can select from your computer, so you can do that. And finally, here is the next thing you need to really put out is the reviews. If you did enable reviews up there under the advanced thing, which I talked about in just a minute, you can see what they say right here. You can actually comment on it, like if you want to reply to a customer or something like that that leaves a negative review or something. You can actually reply to them through this backend. So that's pretty cool if you choose to allow that. You can reply to them. You can see what they say. It's a pretty cool little interactive feature. It allows your customers to get in and a little more interactive. Like I said, it's pretty nice. So once you have entered in all of those fields and whatnot, you're going to come up here to the top of the document or top of the page, and in the upper right you'll see this publish section. Now if you want to go ahead and publish it, you just click update or publish if it's a new item. If you want to change the visibility of the product, the best way to do that, you can change the status or the visibility, but the best way to do it is right here, catalog visibility, catalog/search. Click exit, or excuse me, click edit, and you can hide it. So you can make it only visible in the catalog, you can make it only visible in the catalog or the search, you can make it visible in both, or you can actually hide it. So an instance where you would want to hide it is if you have a product that you plan on selling again in the future but you're not right now, you can select hidden and nobody will be able to see it. So you can keep all your information, the images, and all the data in your store, but you don't have to delete it. You don't have to re-enter it in later. So you can just click hidden if you would like to, and that'll simply hide it from all your users on the front end. Additionally, one other option right here that you'll see is a featured product. If you have a little widget or something like that with featured products on your home page or in your sidebar, you can add this to the featured product. You just check that box. And then whenever you have all these settings like you would like, you just click OK, and then update or publish, whichever one displays, and it'll update your product on the site instantly. So there's a lot of different options on here. It may be a little confusing at first, but it organizes everything really nicely in a neat manner, and it makes things a whole lot easier to manage big stores like this. So that is how you edit existing products. If you want to add a brand new product, you would just come back to, you can actually do it from the previous page, but you just come back to this main screen, and in the left side, instead of clicking on products, you will just click on add product, and you'll be taken to a page. It's completely blank, but you'll fill out all the same information that I just showed you, the name, description, photos, categories, prices, all that good stuff. You'll just fill it out there, and then you'll click publish. And it'll put it in your store, it'll put it in the categories, and it's instantaneous. It'll be on the front end of your site. So that is how you edit products and categories in WooCommerce. Like I said, we will cover taxes and shipping classes in some later videos, but for now, that's just what I wanted to get to, show off those two features. And yep, good luck with your store.